Welcome back to Call Her Creator, the podcast for ambitious creators and small business owners who are ready to turn their social media presence into a powerful business tool. This podcast is powered by Stan, and I am your host, Caitlin Rhodes. As we step into this new year, I want to tackle a topic that's essential for anyone looking to grow online, and that is confidence. Showing up boldly, authentically, it's what builds trust. It's what helps grow your audience and turns those followers into loyal customers. And let's be honest here, putting yourself out there, it can feel intimidating, especially when you think everything needs to be perfect. But spoiler alert, it does not. In today's episode, we're diving into 10 actionable tips to help you build your confidence as a creator. Let go of perfection and embrace the power of vulnerability. Because the truth of the matter is your audience doesn't need polished and perfect. In fact, they don't want that. They need you. They need your voice. They need your story. So stick around, because by the end of this episode, you're going to have a roadmap to show up confidently online and make 2025 your breakout year. If you're new here, I want to invite you to download and subscribe to today's episode and to the Call Her Creator podcast. When you do that, you get alerted each week with a new episode. And I also really love when people leave me a review. So if you've been around for a while, or maybe this is your first episode that you've ever listened to, if you like it, if you love it, leave me a 5-star review. I would love to hear from you. And I do love to spotlight some of my testimonials. So I'd love to hear what you have to say. Confidence isn't just about how you feel, it's about how you show up, and that directly impacts your ability to connect with your audience and grow your business. Confidence starts in your mind. How you think about yourself and your content shapes how you show up online. The scary part here is letting go of the need for perfection. Instead, you've got to focus on progress and connection, not perfection. So there's 3 key mindset shifts I want you to remember. The first one is done is better than perfect. Say it with me. Done is better than perfect. It's okay if your content isn't flawless. It just needs to connect with your audience. They need to feel something. Number 2, focus on serving, not impressing. This is my favorite mindset shift. Focus on serving, not impressing. Think about the value that you're providing, not how you look or how you sound. It's about the value. Confidence grows with action. This is our last mindset shift. Confidence grows with action. You don't wait to feel confident. You build it by taking small, consistent steps daily. Okay? So there's 10 actionable steps I have for you guys to help build confidence on Instagram. If you are ready to create a business online, or you're just ready to start showing up online, confidence is going to be the thing that makes or breaks you, because it's what helps you show up, right? So I've got 10 tips that I personally use. Some of them I found through research, which I was like, oh, I'm going to start using that tip. They're really good. And hopefully by the end of this episode, you will feel either a little bit more confident about yourself, or you'll have steps that you can take to make yourself feel more comfortable and confident. So the first tip I have for you guys, and I tell everyone who is just getting started on Instagram or TikTok, they're scared to show up first and foremost. And so I like to tell people to start off slow and hop on Instagram stories or TikTok. I think there's TikTok stories. Maybe there's TikTok lives. But if you just hop on there, those go away in 24 hours. So you don't have to feel icky or cringe, because it's not going to live on your profile forever. Stories are less permanent. They're less intimidating than reels or posts. You hop on, you talk, you can share quick, casual updates or a tip, or start with something easy like showing your coffee or your workspace while you're talking about your day. But this little start to your camera life, to your creator journey, is what's going to help break you, right? So when I first started posting reels, I actually started more so with carousels. I was doing more graphics than anything. And then reels came on the scene, and I love video. So I started jumping on reels. I would post like 3 a week. I wish I would have done more in the beginning, to be honest. I wish I would have posted them daily, but I had a confidence issue. I didn't feel completely comfortable getting on video. I actually in college had to take a public speaking class. And I remember the first time that my teacher made me get up in front of everybody, I was shaking and sweating. My armpits were so sweaty. My legs were shaking. My hands were shaking. But I got up there, I told my story, and then I sat down really fast. But by the end of that class, the end of that semester, I felt really good getting up there and telling stories and talking to people. And I knew people on a first name basis and they became my friends. But it just took me doing these weekly, consistent confidence building steps. So each week I'd show up, each week I'd do all the things that my teacher told me to do. And hopefully you guys listening to this podcast episode, if confidence really is truly something that you struggle with, if you'll do some of these tips that I give you on a consistent basis, I promise you, you will start feeling better about showing up online. The next tip I have for you is recording videos without posting them. And this is another thing I still do today. I will practice recording videos. They might never see the day of light, but at least I'm practicing and getting better at it. I actually had a reel that I posted a couple weeks ago. If you caught it, it's on my profile. It's me and I'm eating a dumpling. It was actually at North Dumpling in New York. And if you've never been there, it's the most amazing dumpling place that you could ever eat at. But I felt very uncomfortable doing this reel because it was B-roll and there was all kinds of people in that restaurant. And I just set my phone down there, hit record and recorded myself eating because I thought it was just kind of out of the box and different from my normal content. And I felt weird the entire time. In fact, when the video first starts, you can kind of see me look off to the side and like you can tell in that video I was not very confident in myself, but I did it anyways because sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone and do the scary things because then they become less scary the more that we do them. So recording videos without posting is a really good way. Practice makes perfect. You don't have to publish anything immediately. You're just getting some practice in there. So an actionable tip for you with this confidence tip is to record a 15-second video in front of someone else. Maybe you're sitting at Panera or maybe you're at the laundromat or Walmart or Target or something. You just record a good 15-second video. Another part of this is if you want to get more confident at speaking, you could do a 15-second video of you talking and like introducing yourself. And you don't ever have to post it, but at least you could just get comfortable talking and seeing yourself on camera. Really good way to build the confidence there. Next tip is focus on one content format at a time. So don't feel like you have to master all the formats at once. There's Instagram lives, there's Instagram reels, there's Instagram posts, there's Instagram carousels. You don't have to do them all at once. You could focus on one at a time and master that before you go to the next one because mastery builds confidence. So I definitely perfected my reels before I started going live on Instagram because I had to know what I was talking about. I feel more confident whenever I know something like from like the back of my hand. So I had to do it repetition, again, mastery before I felt that confidence. So that could be something that you do to help yourself as well, is just focus on one content format at a time, get good at it, and then move to the next one. Next tip I have for you guys is engaging with your audience. So connection builds community and it makes showing up feel more natural. So if you haven't started posting or showing your face online yet, what you could do is start just talking to your community, commenting on people's reels or their posts, going to the explore tab and commenting on other people's stuff, replying to stories, and just start talking to people. And the more that you do that, the more you'll learn about them. And then the more that you learn about them, the more you'll feel more comfortable talking in front of them. And so when it's time for you to show up on a reel or a video, you can just pretend you're talking to your friends that you've already made online. You're not just talking into this weird universe. You've got people that you're talking to. Another tip I have for you guys is to build a social squad. So when I first started posting, I had a little social squad that was like my aunt, my cousin, my husband, my best friend. I had Darby at the studio. She was a part of that too. And so when I would post videos, I'd send it to them in the DMs and just say, hey, could you go show me some love? And it just kind of helped build that confidence because I post a video and it gets some type of engagement, right? Yes, it might have been from my social squad, but at least I had something there and it wasn't just a video that got posted and nobody ever liked it. So rally in your social squad to give you some love. And then honestly, the more that people start commenting on stuff, the more that other people will comment on it too. There's some kind of psychological effect of seeing other people do it and then other people will do it. So get that social squad going. Get about 3 to 4 people that you're comfortable with that will support you and help you in your confidence journey as you start to post video online. Next tip is to create a content plan that can be reused over and over again. A plan removes the stress of having to come up with something to post. So this is where you got to go in and establish like 3 to 5 content pillars and rotate those topics like educational, inspirational, personal stories. Get in a groove with that and then talk about those core topics that you have. Like, I don't know, maybe you are a social media coach like me. And so you talk about reels, you talk about SEO, you talk about hooks. Those are your 3 topics, and you just do them over and over again. And you start to get really good at them because you learn the content, like, again, like the back of your hand. Like, you're not guessing anymore. It's all right there in your head. So you feel more confident already because you know what you're talking about. The next tip here that I have for myself too is to write down affirmations for yourself. So affirmations can actually rewire your mindset and replace that self-doubt with confidence. So write down 3 affirmations like my voice matters or I have valuable insights to share. Those little tiny affirmations can actually give you very big success because you're boosting your confidence. You're saying them out loud before creating content, and it's just giving you this automatic like little boost of confidence because you're feeling like you do matter. Your voice matters. And if you don't have any positive affirmations, Google will be your best friend and can give you a couple. I had to research some because honestly, when you're giving yourself affirmations, you might feel weird thinking like telling yourself that your voice matters. So if Google tells me my voice matters, then my voice matters. So that helped me. Celebrating your wins is also really good to help boost your self-esteem. With that, you get to recognize the progress that you're making, and don't be scared to share that success and those milestones on your stories or as a first reel idea. There's going to be a lot of people out there that may have struggled with something that you struggled with too, and then they watch how you transformed from it. So again, that can help to inspire people. And you inspiring others is going to build up your own confidence in it because mistakes are all a part of the learning process, really. And at the end of the day, like, people need to know that they're not the only ones that struggle with XYZ. Which brings me into the next tip too, which is know that you are going to make mistakes. It's all a part of the learning process. And so you have to reframe your mindset that mistakes are a part of growth. They are growth opportunities for you and your business and your online presence. So that's another thing that you can share. You share about those wins. You can also share about those mistakes. I actually see more engagement and better feedback from people that share mistakes and vulnerability versus others that are sharing like their wins. Like, cool, we're happy for you. Love when other people have wins. But I'm somebody that actually like toxic comparison is really bad for me. I will compare. So when I actually hear that someone struggled with something that I struggled with and how they overcame it, it feels really good to me and I connect to that better. So if you can share your struggles and figure out that you're actually helping empower others, that's going to raise your confidence as well. And then the last tip I have for you guys is collaborating with others. Partnering with others can boost your confidence by sharing that spotlight. So maybe you have a friend in the industry or, I don't know, somebody that complements your brand that you could do a collaborative reel with or a collaborative live together. Join forces with those people so you're not alone and you're not having to do stuff by yourself. That will also help build your confidence. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's really just about showing up authentically, one step at a time. You want to start small, build consistency, and celebrate your progress along the way. You've also got to remember that your audience is waiting for you. They're not waiting for perfection. They need real. They need your story. What I would love to do is have you guys reach out to me, whether it's a DM or post on your stories, but tell me what is one thing you're going to take away from today's show to show up more confidently. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to cheer you on. Tag me, share those vulnerabilities with me, share with me how you're going to honestly break out this year for 2025. And I'll share mine too. Like this week, I'm going to work on things that could help myself show up confidently. Like, yeah, I know that I post reels all the time. I get on Instagram lives. I'll look like a trash can sometimes in my videos, but that doesn't mean that I still don't struggle with showing up confidently for you all. So I'm constantly trying to find ways to improve myself. So the more that I learn, the more that I'll share with you guys too. But thank y'all so much for hopping on today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Remember, be real, not perfect. I'll see y'all next week.